Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. Over the years, I've amassed quite the collection of miniatures. I've purchased new edition starter boxes, Christmas boxes, large lots of secondhand models, several Versus boxes, and plenty of individual kits. Throughout this time, I've prioritized purchasing items to fit my current armies, usually Tyranids, Dark Angels, and Grey Knights, though I've recently added Eldar to the list. A side effect of these purchases is a growing pile of alternative armies, namely Chaos Space Marines. Until last week, I had never purchased a box of models for the intent of increasing my CSM army. I also never really thought about making a list of which models I owned, or if I could field them. Sure, I've painted some of the models, but it was a distraction from one of the larger projects I was working on, or a palette cleanser. Today I'm going to change that. I'm going to set out all of my Chaos models for 40k and see what I have through a time lapse. 6th and 7th edition Dark Vengeance, 8th edition Dark Imperium, 2 Eldritch Omens boxes, a Hexfire box, the Chaos Space Marines Boarding Patrol minus Abaddon, a friend's old collection given as a gift, 29 Poxwalkers from the person I purchased the Age of Darkness box from, and a few others added in, plus the Nurgle army purchased last week. So this is all of my Chaos Space Marine armies. Okay, this is quite the collection. I should organize it by Chaos God. That's better. Now that I can see the army set out, I think I have some plans forming. First off, I'm going to take the Cerastus Knight Castigator and put it in my Imperial Knights collection. It fits better in that army, and will see more use on the table. Next, I noticed that I have 6 Thousand Sons models, beyond the models fieldable in Age of Sigmar, and none work within a Chaos Space Marine army. This is such a small amount, I think I'll trade it off for models that fit better in my collection, instead of trying to build it larger. The Khorne Berserkers, however, can still be brought through the Lost and the Damned ability. I don't know why I have 17 of those. It would make more sense if I had 2 units of 8. I won't be actively adding to this, but it's usable, so I'll keep them. This is a decent Nurgle army, and I can easily make it a standalone force. I don't really know if I'll ever need 103 Poxwalkers, so I'm going to trade off 24 to a friend. And I'll keep 79. I can always borrow a cultist to fill out that last model. I'm happy to see a full 20 Plague Marines, as soon as I build the last 3. This army is nearly all built, and I think this should be a priority so that I can get a game in soon. When it comes to Chaos Undivided, I have a decent selection, though more of this army is unbuilt. I have 2 Forge Fiends or Mauler Fiends, 2 Warp Smiths, and a Hellbrute needing attention. I have enough Legionnaires to try out, though I need to build the 10 new models and have a spare 3. Just like the Chosen with the 10 new on sprue and 3 spare bodies. I'll probably borrow the Bolter Chosen from Dark Vengeance to fill out a unit of 5 Legionnaires, so that they can be played. I have a total of 69 cultists. Nice. I can always borrow a Proxwalker if I want to run 70. A unit of Possessed, some Havocs, 2 units of Obliterators, a unit of Chaos Terminators, 2 old Rhinos, and a few random characters round out this list. Overall, this should give me 2 playable armies, about 3,500 points of Chaos Undivided, and 2,300 points of Nurgle, though I don't think I can effectively run all 10 characters at once. With this information, I can try out a few games and see what I like, and eventually build upon them. Or, like in the past, I'll end up with even more random lots from other purchases. Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this dive into my Chaos Army, please leave a thumbs up and share. Subscribe if you haven't, so that you don't miss any future videos. I also want to thank my patrons and supporters for making these videos possible. And until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.